Hi friends, welcome. Welcome if you're joining me. I'm just going to try to get the link pinned here. Just give me a moment. Hi. Welcome. Hi friends. Give me just a moment. I'm going to wait on a few people to hop on here while we get ready to do a tutorial. We're going to talk about eyebrows tonight. And I'm trying to pin my page. Give me just a moment. Hi, welcome everyone. Welcome. Good to see you, friends. Okay, we're going to give this just a minute because I can't see your... Hey, Jessica, how are you? I'm going to try to pin my link, so I'm working on that now. I'm just going to wait on a few people to hop on, so bear with me. Let's see. If you're hopping on the live, say hi so that I know you're here. Hi, Lynn. How are you? I miss you too, Jessica. I miss the whole family. I actually have been quarantining from everybody, including the grandkids. I just saw them for the first time this past weekend, so that was exciting. Here we go. I was excited to see them, and they're so cute. They keep telling me, I keep telling them I want to see them and kiss on them and love on them, and they tell me, no, Gigi, you can't do that till the corona's gone. So they've been really cute about it, but it's actually had an impact on them that I didn't realize, and they're almost terrified that they're not going to get to see us anymore, so they don't want to leave us. So it really makes a bigger impact on these kids than we realize. Actually, I think it's going to have a bigger impact on everyone that we don't realize. Hey, Susanna, how are you? I'm actually trying to wait for a few people to come in. Hey, Rhonda. Welcome, guys. We are actually going to talk about eyebrows tonight. As if you can see, mine are missing. I don't have any. So I'm going to talk about some tips and tricks and some things I've learned to help me with my eyebrows and to complete my look. So I'm just going to invite a few people, so stand by. So what I've decided we're going to do is while I'm teaching you and showing you some things about eyebrows, I'm going to do a little trivia with you, because if you're anything like me, you may not know some of the things that I discovered when I was researching. So it was interesting. If you are watching live, please say hello so that I know you're here. If you're watching the replay, just hashtag replay so that I'll know you joined me afterwards. But we're going to go ahead and get started. So what I wanted to do with you tonight is go over how I do my eyebrows to complete my look. And for all of you who are a lot younger than me, I'm sure that you have a lot more leeway to do your eyebrows a little differently. But as you age, as I've aged, I've had to learn to do things different, because gravity is not my friend, and Mother Nature has a way of pulling down on all of our features. And I learned a few tips and tricks to kind of help me lift mine again. And so I thought I would share that with you. Do you notice that I don't have eyebrows? I actually have some, they're just not there. And I was never a plucker, so I didn't pluck my eyebrows a lot when I was young. I just never really had that much. I'm not a real hairy person, so I don't have a lot of hair. But what I will tell you, one of the items that I've been using from pharmacy that I absolutely love is the eyebrow and lash serum. Really good stuff. It has the chemical capixyl in it, which helps with hair growth. So I've actually been using it on my eyebrows, and I've noticed that I actually have more eyebrows than I started with. And it's so light that you really can't see mine. So I have to actually really use a lot of product to get mine to show up. And with the trends, you will always find that they're a little different. Sometimes they're thin eyebrows, sometimes they're thick and full. And so we are in a trend right now where it's a little more thick and full, so I actually have to use more product so that you can see my eyebrows. I do feel like that the eyebrow completes the look, so it's real important. Some people skip that step. They don't put eyebrows on, and it looks like an unfinished face to me. So I love completing the look with the eyebrow. One of the fun facts that I found out is that eyebrows actually have a purpose. I don't know if you realize that. God don't make mistakes, so he gave us eyebrows for a reason. I just really never thought about it. But the purpose of our eyebrows is because the eye bone protrudes out over the eye a little bit, it acts as a shield or a shelf. And the eyebrows, to me, I would say they act similar to a gutter system on your house. They actually catch the water, whether you're sweating from working out or outside, or you're caught in the rainstorm, whatever. It keeps water from going into your eyes. So the arch of the eyebrow is actually to defer the water and divert it away from your eyes and down to the side of your face, which I thought was really interesting. But I'm actually not seeing your comments here, so I'm trying to get it over here on this phone so I can see your comments and answer them or answer any questions that you have. But so if anybody can guess this, oh, they're coming through now, I can see it. So if anybody can guess this right, I have a prize for you because I had no idea. How many hairs, oh, well, no, because you guys will be able to Google it and tell me. But how many hairs do you think are in an eyebrow? One eyebrow. How many hairs do you think is in an eyebrow? That is if it's a normal eyebrow that's not plucked. So I'll give you a minute to try to guess on that. But a pair of eyebrows, well, no, I won't tell you that yet. No, Susanna, you're a little high, but you're close. The lifespan of an eyebrow has 4 months, which I found interesting. So your eyebrows are constantly changing every 4 months. You're getting new hairs. We're going to continue this trivia as we go, but I'm going to go ahead and get started with the eyebrow so you can see how I do mine. I've actually watched quite a few people do their eyebrows. I was trying to figure out how best to do it. Really, there's no right or wrong. Everybody's faces are shaped different, framed different. Your eyebrows are naturally shaped different. So doing your eyebrows are going to be a little different. Now, trending with the trends, you can... Hey, Brandy, you got it right. Good job. That's actually right. 250 hairs in one eyebrow. And if you have a set of eyebrows that go unplucked for a lifetime, it's usually around 1,100 hairs, which I thought was interesting and a lot of hair. But anyway, everybody's eyebrows, you're going to do them a little bit different. You can trend with the trend, whether you do it thick or thin, short or long, you know, full, light, dark, however, but everybody's eyebrows are a little different, so you're going to do them a little different. I used to like to do my eyebrow starting at the eye, the corner here, go all the way up, and then bring the eyebrow all the way down to the corner of my eye. And some people can do that. Actually, the younger people can do that. As you age and your eye begins to naturally pull down, I wanted to do something that would lift my eyes a little bit, other than surgical, to be able to use my makeup to actually pull my brow up a little bit. And so that's one of the tricks I learned. So I'm going to be using the light and the dark monobrow powder that we have, but I'm going to show you how I do mine. And if you're not comfortable, I use a brush and with the powder, and I just take my brush and I kind of outline my brow first and then I fill it in. But if you're not comfortable, we actually have a brow liner and a pencil. And I started off doing it like this. I would take the pencil and outline my eyebrow how I wanted it. and then I would fill it in with the powder, and you can do that or fill it in with the pencil if you're more comfortable with that. But we'll get started. So I take the darker of the brown. I'm going to be looking down at my mirror, and I just start outlining my brow. I've actually had my makeup on all day. I'm working from home right now, so I kept thinking I would go live with you guys and put my brows on, and I realized I went all day with no brows. So here we go. So I take my dark brow monobrow powder and I outline, and I like to give myself an arch because it lifts up my eye when I do that. If you look at my eyebrows, they're really naturally just a round curved eyebrow. So they don't really have a whole really defined arch. So I actually, if you look there, I do kind of have a defined arch. So I try to give myself a little bit more of an arch so that it pulls my eye up. So I go ahead and line my brow, and I do not pull my line all the way down. And the reason, I used to like that, but now that I'm older, I like to leave it short so that this part of my eye lifts. And if I showed you, if I did this brow all the way down like I like to do, and I'll do that just for kicks and giggles when we're done, I'll show you how I used to do my brow and the difference in what it looks like. So just line your brow with your powder and your brush. If you like it to come all the way down, don't feel uncomfortable coming all the way down. That's trendy and it looks good. It just doesn't work for me because I like my eyes to look more open. So just, now I'm using the light brown, and I'm just filling it in. My hair's blonde, and actually I have a lot of dark and blonde in my hair. So I try to ombre my eyebrows to kind of match. So I just go in with the lighter brown, or you can use blonde. And then you just fill it in. So my next trivia question is, well, actually it's not a question. I'm going to just share with you one of the other things that eyebrows distinguish is they're very crucial to facial features, because people, when they had to do a recognition, they had to recognize someone or a picture of people, they didn't recognize people they actually knew. Without their eyebrows, they didn't recognize them, which I thought was interesting. And also when they're doing criminal investigations and stuff like that, and people are having to identify people, they identify them with eyebrows, which I thought was weird. But I guess if you have different kinds of eyebrows, it's easier to identify somebody. So this is how I do my eyebrow, and I do not bring it all the way down, and then I just brush it out. And we have a clear gel that I sometimes like to use just to hold it in place and keep it on there all day. The other thing I will tell you that I do, and I had already done it before I got on here, is I use primer on my eyebrow, because the worst thing that can happen to you is to go throughout the day, and I'm a primer girl anyway, so I love primer under my foundation. It just keeps everything in place and keeps my makeup on all day. And that was one of the problems I used to have, is I would go through the middle of the day, and then I would have splotches where my makeup was gone. But I touch my face a lot, so I'm constantly touching my face, which is a no-no, especially in makeup. But it is what it is, and I'm real, so I touch my face a lot. So my makeup would go missing. Well, the primer that I've been using is, well, first of all, primer in general makes a big difference. It keeps your makeup where it's supposed to be. And primer on your eyebrows does the same thing. So if you don't want your eyebrows to go missing, put a primer under them. So we have two primers that we use. One is a strobe primer, which has more moisturizer in it. I typically don't use this one because for some reason my skin's a little bit oilier. I know with age it usually gets drier, but mine's a little bit oily, so I don't usually use the one with moisturizer in it, but it's good, and I do like it if there's dry days where I feel like I need it. But this is actually my favorite one, and it's the Camera Ready Primer. And what I love about this one is it's silky, and it is like velvet going on, and it's just one of my favorites. I've used all the primers I've used. I like that silky velvety feel, and this is that one. So I did put it on my eyebrows and let it dry before I got started. So it will hold the eyebrows on and keep it on there. So that's kind of it for mine. Now the other thing I like to do with my brows is I like to give them highlighter. So I highlight underneath with a couple of different kinds of highlighter. This one I kind of do a more of a white, and I actually go around my complete eyebrow, top, bottom, and underneath, because I just like to clean it up and make it look really clean. And I can tell you, I don't pluck my eyebrows and I don't wax them. I probably should shape them, but I don't. So I just like for it to look really clean under here, so I'll put a highlighter under here and around it. I think it just gives it a finished look. And then what I like to do is take a shimmery gold kind of highlighter and just put it in the arch of my eye to give it a little bit of little shimmer there. And then what I will do a lot of times is I will take a highlighter powder, or actually it's a highlighter for your cheeks, but I use it on my eyes too. And I have some frosted eyeshadows that I use sometimes. But I'll just take it and dab it right there to give my eye a little bit of a lift. And see the difference? You can see my eyebrow now. It arches up and pulls my eye up this way. Now, the way I used to do my eyebrows, which I'm a creature of habit, so for me to find a different way of doing things is, and then actually doing it different is weird, because I find one way of doing it and I stick with it. But what I've liked about aging is I'm forced to find a different way to make it work for me. And actually, I used to hate birthdays too, but now I'll welcome everyone I can get. So I don't hate it so much now. But the way I used to do my eyebrows is I would take this, I would start here, and I would just follow my hairline, and I would go all the way down, just like this. And sometimes it would be thin, sometimes it would be thick. I really didn't know how to do them, so I just kind of colored the hair is really what I did. And I didn't use a brush or a powder. But it really would pull my eye all the way down like this. And I like it like this because it lifts it more. If you can see, it lifts my eye. This one pulls my eye more down. So, like I said, if you're young, you can wear the more trendy. I mean, you can wear the eyebrow all the way down to the eye. I don't like to, just because I'm older and I think it looks better. Did you know that eyebrows are voice controlled? I thought this was a cool way of saying it, because when your pitch increases in your voice, so do your eyebrows. And it also shows expression of moods. So I am a very expressive person, use my hands a lot, use my facial expressions a lot. So I talk with my face, I talk with my hands, and that tells a lot about a person is how their eyebrows are shaped and what it looks like. So, interesting facts. One of the things I learned is that curved eyebrows, I put some notes down so I can kind of read them to you. It means that you're people-oriented. You need real-world examples to understand problems. Interesting. Straight eyebrows meant that you were more direct, factual, logical, and thrived on technical details. And angled brows means you like to be right and you strive to be mentally in control no matter what the situation. So I thought that was really interesting. I don't know how much I believe about that, but anyway. So that's the way I do my eyebrows, is I like to do the little arch, bring it to not all the way down to the end of my eye. I do not do it like this any longer. And I just think it gives my eyes a different look, and it looks better for me to have a little bit of arch. And that is what I wanted to share with you guys. I appreciate you joining me. If you will, just remember to like my page and share the video if you found any value in it. And remember to hit that notification button so you'll know when I go live. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time.